All right, so I'm going to start by showing you guys a little bit about the Deluxe Grill and Griddle. This is one of my favorite Pampered Chef products, and this is something that our hosts can get for 60% off this month. So it's only $139.60 this month to get the Deluxe Grill and Griddle. So it's hard to explain just in a post everything that this thing can do. So that's why I like to come on here and do this as a live show. So it made my bacon wrap burgers for me the other day because I used the grill plates, but today I'm going to use the flat plates. So I'm going to show you all the different plates that can come with this. I don't know if you can see here, but there's different adjustments. So if you want to hover, you can set it for different heights and have it hover there. This also, you can have it locked or not locked, depending if you're making like paninis or something like that. You can put two different grill plates on the top and bottom, or you can do it like I'm going to do it today, and I'm going to just lay it flat. I need to move my stuff because I have a little kitchen. All right. Then one of the other things that you can do with this, and this is what I did with my burgers, is I use the probe. There's an actual probe setting where you can set the temperature you want your chicken or your beef to be at, steaks, burgers, whatever, and it will let you know when your burgers are at 10. So that is pretty amazing. These are the other grill plates. So this is the one that I use for my burgers. That's just like the regular grill or like the old George Foreman grills. And then I got the upgraded set. There's two different sets. There's one that just comes with the flat grill and those grill plates. And then there's the one that also comes with the waffle plates. But when you have a toddler and you want to make waffles and waffle sticks and things like that, I had to get the upgraded version.
And also, all of them pop off so easily, and you just throw them in the dishwasher, which is another bonus. It takes
It's just
2
a button
seconds.
right here. Just push this button and it comes off that easy. All right, so I am going to get this heated up. And I'm going to mix up my batter because what I am going to make for you guys today, never know which side I got to decide. I'm going to make French toast. I like to prep up French toast sticks for my daughter. So that's what I'm going to do. But I need to move this because I don't want to end up knocking these off the back end of my counter here. Pardon me while I move around in a little kitchen. Now you're going to see more of this and less of me. So I'm going to just tip you guys down just a little bit here so you can see what we've got going on. So on here, we've got custom sear panini, grill, griddle, and keep warm. I'm going to do it as a griddle today. You can set it for whatever time and temperature that you want. Sure, we won't need more than 20 minutes to do French toast. Except I want it.
And all of those, I will say, are just suggested settings of what a normal griddle would be at for temperature and what a normal grill would be at. You can still do the custom, or you can, like, when I make whatever it is, I don't remember, something like whatever. If I'm grilling something, sometimes I like it on a lower temp, so I'll just use whatever setting is 350. But the panini setting, I'm telling you right now, it's the perfect temperature and time. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I think, and your paninis will turn out perfect every single time.
And you can also set the top and bottom plates to be different temperatures. So if you wanted to use a grill plate on one and a griddle plate on the other and do different temperatures, you want to do sausage and eggs, you want to do bacon and pancakes, you can do that with this. So today I am going to do French toast, and my favorite tools for French toast is the whisk tongs because I can whisk up my eggs and I can flip my bread with these. These are also great for making, like, if you need to pull your hard-boiled eggs out of the hot water because they're kind of springy, but you can also close them and use them like a whisk. And then these are our coating trays. They come in a set of 3. You can see this one here. So like you can overlap them. So when you're dipping from one to the other, you're not dripping all over the place. Just gonna mix up my eggs. And then I'm just gonna do a couple little add-ins. These are little treats that you can only get around the holidays. So make sure you follow your consultant so you can get in on these when they're available, because they're only available for a limited time and they're amazing. This is the Madagascar vanilla, and it's a double strength vanilla, and it's amazing. And then I can never pronounce this. Can you pronounce this, Brandi? The
Is it the
cinnamon?
cringy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just cringy cinnamon.
A little bit of a mess. You can't cook without making at least a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to let Brandi show us the salsa while we're waiting for this to heat up. Not that it takes very long, but we don't need to sit here and watch the machine heat up. And Brandi's going to show us some more special tools before we get to play with the griddle.
Yes, so I'm gonna do some homemade pico or salsa, whatever. That's what I like about this is you can make it however you want it. So I'm gonna use our electric twist and chop. So let me know in the comments if you guys have seen this in action, if anybody owns it yet. It came out in the fall and it was like one of the hottest items. It was my favorite, I think, fall product that came out. I love it. A few things that are unique about this. I'm gonna try to get you a little closer. Um, it's an electric food processor, and the thing about ours is the blade actually goes up and down. So when you're processing your foods, if you have other processors, sometimes those bigger chunks get stuck all over and then you got to stop and scrape it. And I will tell you, if you have a ton of stuff in here and you pack it full, sometimes you do have to scrape some stuff because I like to pack my stuff full. But for the most part, the blade goes up and down and it processes it all so evenly and so quick. I will say it's like fast. And that's why I love this because I can make pico in less than a minute once I get some stuff, going and cut up. But for pico, get this off. So you can just see it all comes apart as well. Throw it in the dishwasher once again. Easy peasy in the dishwasher. But for my pico, I like it very simple. I just do a white onion. I usually do about a quarter of an onion. By the way, our coated knives, some of the best things ever. They are dishwasher safe, once again. I love my dishwasher safe stuff. But they're still so sharp and so I think for the affordable price that they actually are, I don't know if I've ever had a better knife set ever. And I have all of our knives, but I tend to grab these just because they're dishwasher safe. So I'm just going to quarter it up, kind of throw it in. I like to process my onion first, just a little bit because I want it a little bit finer. And with this recipe, with any of these, you can stop it if you want it a thicker consistency or keep going if you want it a runnier consistency like salsa. Another thing, another tip, if you like runnier salsa, and not the thick kind of chunky pico, use a different kind of tomato, like a big plum tomato or something like that. If you like a little bit less runny, I always use Roma and take out as much of the seeds and stuff as I can. Or even like a grape tomato, something like that. Oops. And then I'm not even showing you my tomato knife. So this thing, I never knew there was such thing as a tomato knife. And let me tell you, oh my goodness.
Not to interrupt you,
Oh,
but this is heated up. So that's
okay.
how long it takes to get it up to temperature.
Yes, it's not long at all. But a tomato knife, it will cut through and it doesn't crush your tomato. It doesn't do anything like that. But I like to just do that. I don't know if you can see it. Let me point you down a little bit. So I just cut my tomatoes in half and then I kind of just take the inside out and I go like this and it pulls out all of that watery seed stuff because I like mine a little bit thicker, not as watery. I don't mind it a little watery, but so I do that just to get that inside out. And like I said, this tomato knife will just cut it so easily and not crush that skin. And then For this, it will fit, like I said, about a quarter of an onion. You can use red or white for this, whatever your preference is. I just had white. But it will fit that, and then usually about 3 Roma tomatoes, depending on how big they are. And I like a whole jalapeno. I just take the seeds out. But if you don't want it, too spicy, go with a half or a quarter jalapeno, whatever you prefer. And I'm gonna go ahead and just show you. It has a full cycle button where it'll run for a full cycle, or it has a little pulse button where you can just pulse it how many ever times you want. So I'm gonna just pulse it a couple times. And as you can see, it already like chopped the onions pretty much up. And then I grab this even when I'm just trying to chop onions for my meatloaf or anything like that, because for one, I don't want to cut them. Two, it's so fast and easy. So I just throw my onion in here no matter what. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm gonna do my jalapeno. And I, like I said, just take the seeds out and I just cut it a little bit, throw it in. Try not to touch my face and my eyes. All right. Grab that. And then I add some salt. I usually add lime, and then I realized I have no lime. So we're doing no lime juice today. Salt and pepper grinders. These things, I love them. They are like a pretty stainless look. They're easy to fill, where some that I've had before aren't as easy. You just take the top off and they're right there. And if you need, like our little salt that we have just fits nicely in there. But if you have a bigger container, grab one of our funnel and strainer for the little set. Grab the funnel, throw it in there. I'm gonna start this and then I have cilantro, but I'm gonna let it process a little bit because I did pack it full, like I said. But I just want to show you how I accidentally pushed the button. But like, as you can see, it was like 2 seconds and it's already getting processed. I don't measure, by the way. I love cilantro, so I just throw it in there. And now I'm just going to show you, I like to pulse it just so I can kind of gauge it where I'm at, and I'll show you how quick it is to process. And so now, this is the thicker Pico consistency, as you can see. So that literally took 2 seconds, as you can tell. And I mean, I might do it a couple more times just to get a little bit more, a little runnier, but look, it was like 2 seconds. And I just saw that comment about the tomato knife. Yes, like I never knew there was such a thing. And then when I got it, I was like, this is the best thing ever. But so I'm gonna do it one more second. And now I have my fresh pico for the week. This is literally my go-to snack for my weeks. I'm like, okay, I feel like it's somewhat healthy and it's my problem is I eat it in like 2 to 3 sittings and it's gone. But I love it for my snack. It's great for parties, entertaining, with the, warmer weather hopefully coming soon. It's a quick and easy go to just to, throw together if you have some people coming over for a party. And with how fast this works and the electric twist and chop, you can make a few batches in a matter of minutes. It's just have everything cut up and do one. And then, it makes, I would say probably 2 to 3 cups, maybe 2, but I love it. It's my favorite.
I use mine all the time. I use it for making homemade breadcrumbs and stuff like that too. So, all right, I'm going to tell this thing that we added it. So it's going to start counting down and I'm going to get the French toast started here. So again, using the coated trays and then my whisk tongs. Gonna make quick work of this. And I realized we kind of skipped our introductions. You guys none of you probably know who both of us are. So my name's Kimberly. I am a Pampered Chef consultant. I started 2 years ago, and Brandi is my director. So she's the one that brought this beautiful business to me and introduced me to all the amazing products that I could get in my kitchen for a discount or for free. So I have appreciated getting all these amazing things. So I've got very large bread here. You could easily do probably 6 pieces of bread on one griddle, maybe 5 on a normal size bread, but I'm using really big bread because we like the thick stuff. Rinse my hands off here real quick. And I just wanted, let me pop this out of the fridge. We've got this new amazing product that came out now that Brandy's talking about this salsa that she made. This is the new guacamole serve and save, serve and keep.
I think so. It just came out yesterday, so
It just came out yesterday.
give us time to learn what it's actually called.
And it's only available for a limited time, but I got mine early, so I actually made this guacamole up. It's been 2 days now, and it is still perfectly green in this thing. It's amazing. Where's the bottom? So it has this little thing on the bottom, so you can push it up and get all the air out of there. So this pops open while you're getting the air out. But then when you go to serve it, you can just pop this off. I hope you can see how my lighting isn't the best in here, but how green the guacamole is still after 2 days. So if you love guacamole or other dips, I've seen people do other dips in this because as consultants, we can also get these things early, which is kind of nice. Brandi probably had hers before I did because I did not earn mine for free. I had to buy it, but we can still get them early.
Yeah, I've had it, but I just don't, guacamole is one thing I can't do. It's just not a favorite. So I actually have not used it, but I said the other day, I was like, I probably should just make a batch for somebody just so I can show it off and then show how long it actually stays in there and not turn, doesn't turn brown.
Or maybe do the French onion dip, because I've seen people doing that too, where it keeps your dips from getting crusty.
Yeah.
So again, these whisk tongs are great to just grip and grab and flip the French toast, and I don't have to dirty something different after mixing up my eggs. So I love the whisk tongs. When they first came out, I wasn't sure what I would ever use them for, and the answer is everything. If you're doing instant mashed potatoes, if you're doing stuffing, I use it for fluffing my instant stuffing. I use it for my French toast. The number of products that Pampered Chef has that are in that, $30 and under category, I had no idea that there was so many products that you could get at such a steal that are so handy.
Yes, they're all so versatile too. Like the salad choppers, I always joke. I'm like, that's like the one thing that I cannot ever like get over, that it should have been called the chicken shredders.
Need to play it out here because I'm going to cool these down and then eventually I'll cut them into strips and I freeze them. Okay. So that when grandma's here watching Jasmine, she's got a nice easy snack or breakfast that she can feed her. So just like that, we're done. So 4 minutes to make up a family's worth of French toast. Anybody have any questions about these products? I see there's already some people that want a few of them. Any questions about them? Anything else you'd like to see them do, or any other products you'd like to see us highlight today?
Because between us, we probably have them all.
Probably pretty close to it. It's locked, so when I go to lift it now, it's locked. So you can do that for storage. And then I just got to show these two.
Oh.
These are great for taking, if you're taking the hands out of there and they're still hot or you're not sure how hot they are. These are the new oven gloves. These are probably one of my new favorites. They've got the silicone on both sides and extra in here so you can grab things. Anybody who follows my page saw that I burned the heck out of my finger 2 days before I got my oven gloves. I'm so glad they came because I'm a klutz in the oven. I get going with things. I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, and I still need to be able to use all my fingers. So it's nice to have the oven gloves for that. So I don't see any questions in the chat. So we will respect everyone's time, and you can reach out to us at any time. If you think of something as soon as we go off air and you have a question about it, just let us know. I'm going to stop recording here.